Good evening, everyone. I'm Chad Alleman, Superintendent, and on behalf of Washington District 50 Schools, we would like to welcome you to the 2016 8th grade graduation ceremony. Now, if you are able in the audience, if you would please rise and join us in the playing of the national anthem. Thank you, Miss Brown. Great job, band. Congratulations, graduates. We wish you all the best as you move on to Washington Community High School and beyond, and tonight is certainly a night to celebrate your accomplishments. I would like to ask each graduate to just take a moment and think and reflect on your time at Beverly Manor and to think about the people that are here tonight to celebrate this accomplishment with all of you. To the parents and family members, to the teachers and friends seated in the audience, we say thank you for the sacrifices you have made over the years in support of your children's education and extracurricular activities here at Beverly Manor. Most of our 8th graders were born in 2002. Wow. It is hard to believe that in the year most of you were born, the United States observed the first anniversary of 9/11. The federal No Child Left Behind Act was signed into law that year. Woohoo! Operation Anaconda marked the start of the U.S. invasion of Afghanistan. And 14-year-old Elizabeth Smart, if you all recall, was kidnapped from her bedroom in Salt Lake City, Utah, and she was found alive 9 months later. In Illinois, the infamous Rod Blagojevich was elected governor in the year most of you were born. In pop culture, Dave Thomas, founder of Wendy's Restaurants, and NFL Hall of Fame quarterback Johnny Unitas passed away that year. The New England Patriots defeated the St. Louis Rams in Super Bowl 36. Few Patriots fans. The Anaheim Angels won the 2002 World Series. A Beautiful Mind won the Academy Award for Best Picture that year. Other popular movie releases were Superman 2, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, to be specific, and The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. Kelly Clarkson won the first season of American Idol that year. Kim Possible, any Kim Possible fans in the audience? Had its first 3 episodes broadcast on the Disney Channel in June of 2002. And Nicktoons TV launched in the US on May 1, 2002, and your parents and maybe even your grandparents might have lamented the X-Files 2000 series finale was broadcast on May 19th of that year. So yes, time flies in the last 14 years, and we certainly do wish you all the best. So will you now please join me, and it is my pleasure to invite our honor students to the stage to share a few words with their classmates And I'm going to introduce the honor students. They're going to come up now, but we'll introduce you in the order that they will be speaking. So please welcome the following students: Nick Bristol, Paige Collins, Emma Garcia, Madison Valentine, Melody Klein, Valerie Conrad, Kylie Turner, Jacob Vollmer, and Drew Wyckoff.
Thomas Edison once said, "There's no substitute for hard work." We're all here because we've worked hard. However, that's not the only reason we are here. We've had help and guidance from our friends, family, and teachers. For that, I would like to say thank you to our teachers for preparing us for our high school and lives. My memorable moments from this 8th grade year: walking into school and talking hockey with Miss Lambert. Go Blues. Asking Miss Barnold how her day was. By the look on her face, you could usually tell. In a few short months, we'll be walking into a new building with new friends, with new teachers. So remember our time here in District 50. And as we leave D50 and go to WCHS, we need to make good decisions and achieve our goals. So be sure when you step with great care and great tact, and remember that life is a great balancing act. And will you succeed? Yes, you will indeed. 98 3/4 guaranteed of the places you'll go.
I would like to thank everyone that has come to this high school class of 2020 8th grade Beverly Manor graduation. I may not have wanted to write this speech, but Mrs. Varnold pretty much made me. She's good like that. I am not very good at standing in front of crowds. I get nervous. My mom told me I have to get used to it, to speaking in front of people, so here I am. Our new journey is about to start. We are taking a bigger step into the world. High school will be a challenge for all of us, mainly because there is going to be a lot more work and a lot more responsibilities. Some of us are just not prepared for that. The class of 2020 has made many memories together. They have left a huge impact on me. Starting our journey in kindergarten, we made hand turkeys for Thanksgiving and traveled to Apple Blossom's farm together, where we rode the bikes with the big wheels. I remember first grade as a year of Crocs, every color of Crocs, and even crazy buttons to go on them. And don't forget our 100-day celebration, where we made 100 Fruit Loop necklaces. We loved eating them later. While in 3rd grade, we studied Washington's history and even made a book about it. With us, all the authors. In 6th grade, we focused on medieval times and visited a show that we had sword fighting on the horses. We were all amazed with our final year here at D50. We had a blast. We did a whole class dabbing picture, went to a Chiefs game, and Six Flags just yesterday. All these memories are making me miss D50 already. I have never personally been to another school, but I can honestly say that this is the one place I would want to be. I wouldn't have wanted to spend class time with any other than these guys. In our next phase in life, there will be many unfamiliar faces. We will be surrounded by people we do not know, but we should welcome the opportunity. We learn from our mistakes. We learn how to be ourselves and not to be scared to stand out. We learn to stand up in front of people and say what our opinion is. We learned how to move on, and that is what we are here for tonight. Mrs. Varnold, out of my 6th through 8th grade literature teachers, you were personally my favorite. We had many inside jokes, but one of them I will always remember is Pam. Mrs. Sturm, you have left an impact on me for sure. Going into 8th grade, people were telling me you were a hard teacher, so I didn't really want to have you as a homeroom teacher nor a math teacher. When I got into your classroom for the first day, you were really nice. I realized this wouldn't be so bad. Mrs. Lambert, you have taught us all to stay positive. Respect was your biggest thing. You had posters all over the room about respect, a great reminder to be nice to everyone. Mrs. Geist, I may not have had you as a teacher, but you were my brother Mitchell's favorite teacher. always jumping up and down in the morning while repeating good morning, good morning. To all my teachers, if some of us come off as difficult, we were just having fun with our friends. Congratulations, friends and classmates.
I would like to thank the Board of Education, Superintendent Dr. Alleman, and Principal Ludlam for giving me this opportunity to speak to you tonight. What lies behind us and what lies in front of us are nothing compared to what lies within us. I don't think everyone knows how much of an impact they have on other people. Whether your attitude is positive or not, it affects everyone around you, inside or out of the classroom. As Mrs. Lambert says, hurt people hurt other people. I think your attitude and spirit are a big part of school. You have to have a positive attitude towards your classes or you'll find the work to be more of a challenge. I've discovered this throughout many years of dwelling on how much work needed to be done instead of just doing it. I think a lot of my classmates need to find this out for themselves. When you just put in the effort, the work doesn't seem like work at all. You can't move forward if you are dwelling on the past. Anyone can succeed, and I think everyone needs to hear this. All you need to do is work hard and push yourself to achieve your goals. Your teachers play a big part in this. They're the ones who constantly push you to be the best you can be, whether that's in the classroom or in life. I'd like to thank one of my favorite teachers I've had throughout my entire school career. She not only makes learning fun and inspires you to follow your dreams, but most importantly, cares about all of the students and that every one of them deserves equal respect. Your learning is affected by the energy the teacher gives in the classroom, and Mrs. Lambert is always positive and encourages you to do your best no matter what. Thank you, Mrs. Lambert. All good things must come to an end. Nothing good lasts forever. Everyone here has a bright future full of opportunity, so always remember where you came from and always remember where you are going.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Before I begin, I would like to thank all of you for coming out tonight. It's been a challenging, exciting year, hasn't it? I'd like to think of this year as a roller coaster. Our 8th grade year has consisted of ups and downs. Luckily, there have been more ups than downs. I'm proud to be an honor student. I wouldn't be standing here giving a speech if it wasn't for all my hard work and dedication. Mrs. Geis once said, "You can't wait for things to happen to you. You have to create your own success." This quote relates to all of the hard work and effort we had to put forth this year to make our 8th grade year successful, both inside and outside of the classroom. Back in 6th grade, I was on the girls' basketball team. It was hard for me at first because I didn't know any of the 7th or 8th graders. Throughout the season, I became closer with some of them, and I looked up to them for all their hard work and dedication. I remember one night we had a game against Washington Central, who was one of our rivals. After the game, we went into the locker room and had our usual team talk that we have after all of our games. The 8th grade coach at that time was Mr. Geist, and I remember him saying he needed some girls to play up on the 8th grade team. I was one of the girls that got to be pulled up to play. I know it might not seem like a big deal, but it was to me, as I was only a 6th grader. I didn't just get that spot. I had to put in work to earn that spot. I had to shoot twice as many baskets and run fast enough to never come in last on a drill. In games, I had to make the few baskets I got to take to prove to the team I could be an equal. By the end of the season, I proved to my 8th grade teammates I was mature and athletic enough to play beside them. We should remember in our journey of leaving junior high to move forward towards high school is to reflect less time on our bad experiences and spend more time looking ahead to the future. Oh boy. One day in Mrs. Lambert's class, we took time to sit around in a circle and talk about what was bothering us at school or at home. After that day, I felt as if my classmates and I bonded with each other, and we knew more about the person that sits next to us in class. It was a very emotional and heartfelt conversation where we talked about our bad times. Mrs. Lambert helped remind us that the future has so many great things in store for us, for each and every one of us, and that we can and should move ahead and not look back. I would like to thank all of my 8th grade teachers here at Beverly Manor. I can't even begin to describe how much of you, each of you means to me. Even though I was never able to have Mrs. Varnell as a teacher, there were a couple times where she would say the littlest things to you that would end up brightening your whole day. I would like to thank Mrs. Geis for always challenging me in class and making me think outside the box. Mrs. Lambert, you have always been there for me when no one else was. You were supportive and inspiring to every student in the classroom. Mr. Chase, I would like to thank you for always believing in me when it came to basketball. Out of all of my coaches in my sports career so far, you were the most encouraging. Mr. Whitehead, thanks for putting up with my stubborn self during PE and all my injuries during the school year. I would like to thank Ms. Stern for tolerating my not-so-common sense. She taught me many life lessons and helped prepare my classmates and I for high school. Thank you to all of my friends for being by my side throughout everything. You know who you are. Thank you, Mom, for always waking me up in the morning, even if it took 3 to 5 times. Most of all, I'd like to thank everyone who gave me constant love and support throughout my junior high years. Graduates, I hope sometime today that you will thank your families as well. I can't predict what the future has in store for us, but I wish you all the best and to never give up on your goals. Congratulations, 8th grade class of 2016.
Good evening, class of 2016. Parents, teachers, staff, guy up there with the funny hat, you too. Thanks for being here. It's been great, hasn't it? There are lots of things I could say about my last 2 years here at Beverly Manor, but I'll keep this simple. I went to Hensley till 2nd grade and moved away to South Carolina. Then I came back in the summer of 2014. I did not know what to expect coming back to school with people I used to know 4 years ago. Thankfully, Miss Perko welcomed me with nothing but smiles, and I made friends who helped me get around. I had no idea I would do incredible things and make great memories with amazing people. So I'd like to talk about some memories, experiences, and accomplishments. One of my favorite memories was during basketball season. Yes, a cheesy sports story. I'm sorry I don't remember what school we were playing, but the game score was back and forth the entire time. The clock was ticking down, and we were 1 point away from tying things up. My mind was kind of panicking. I kept telling myself over and over again, don't mess this up. Someone passed me the ball and I went for the shot knowing it would take a miracle for it to go in. Surprisingly, it did, causing us to go into overtime. We ended up winning the game after Madison Valentine made 2 free throws. I may not have made the winning shot, but with teamwork and hard work, we won the game we know we deserved. Telling this story brings me to the topic of people. I am thankful for the opportunities I have been given here. Without a lot of people, I would not be standing here today. I did not know I would be part of teams, do plays on stage for people, or be an honor student. I want to say thank you, Mom and Dad, for always helping me when I needed the most and supporting me every step of the way. Thank you to Ms. Sturm, Ms. Geis, Ms. Arnold, and Ms. Lambert for teaching us so much and preparing us for our futures. Thank you to my friends who have helped with late-night homework, projects, and other things I needed you for. You all know who you are. Thank you to anyone who has helped me along the way and to those who will help me in the future. I have lots of memories here I will never forget. I am sure we all do. Here we are at the top of the ladder, about to be dropped right back down to the bottom. We don't really know what is in store for our futures, but there are things we can do to help us get to where we want. Something I've learned here is to just go for it. I'm not saying to just go for it and punch that person you don't like. I'm talking about going and doing things you may not have doubt about. Just talk to that person. They might become your best friend. Wear that outfit. You might rock it. Give that speech. You might change someone's mind. Things will get hard before they get better, so I wish you all success, good times, and a bright future.
Hello everyone, I'm Valerie Connard. I'm the only one that actually wrote my speech out. Everyone else typed it. But, so I got here tonight as an honor student with hard work and determination, but also with the help of all the teachers I've had along the way. I'd especially like to thank my 8th grade teachers from this year, and I'd like to thank them for always smiling, even when they're having bad days. And they always know when someone's down, and they'll help them, bring them back up, cheer them up, make them smile. And have little things for every teacher. So Mrs. Lambert, she always does her best to make you smile. And if you ever have a problem, you can come to her with it, and she will help you out, even if it's with someone else or a personal problem. And Miss Sturm, if you have a question, she will always answer it or try her best to. If she doesn't know the answer, she'll send you to someone who does. And Mrs. Geist, she's always having a happy-go-lucky attitude, and she's always excited to help us learn. And when she dances around the classroom, busting jokes, clapping her hands, and singing good morning, it's almost impossible not to smile. And Mrs. Arnold, who even though I didn't have, I've seen her almost every day, and she's always making sarcastic jokes and talking about Armie Hammer. And Mrs. Geist and her even have nicknames for each other, Varney and Geist. Geisty, that's not a nickname, okay. As we move on to the next 4 years of our lives in high school, I hope we can all look back to our times here, even though we always joke about being really happy to leave. I think we'll all look back here and smile on our memories that we've made with friends. One memory that I'll always have is from just last week when we went to the Chinese buffet for band, and Nathan Fry ate 6 ice cream cones. hope that in high school we can make new friends and new memories. I hope we all have fun and succeed. I know we all can if we just put our minds to it. So to end, I'd like to wish everyone good luck in high school, also known as real life preparation, and good night. I hope you enjoy the rest of the ceremony.
Okay. Hi, my name's Kylie. There are many people here who made my years at Beverly Manor amazing, and I want to thank everyone for that. First off, my family and friends for always being there for me and making crazy memories along the way, helping me get to where I am now. I also want to thank all my teachers. To Miss Lambert, thank you for always being there for us students whenever we need help with homework, giving advice on our futures, or just someone to talk to. To Miss Sturm, thank you for teaching us, answering our many questions, and preparing us for high school. And to Miss Varnold, oh, sorry, the paper's stapled. Especially want to thank Miss Varnold for putting up with me this whole year, always answering my many questions about grades, homework, needing a correction, reading my work, asking to use the bathroom, you know, the typical questions one asks her teacher in a day. And to my best buddy, my band director, Miss Brown, thank you for the last 2 years in band. They were the best. Thank you for all the great advice, lessons, helping me learn my music, and also for the amazing drawings and snowflakes. They were the best. To my classmates, I wish you all the best of luck in high school. I hope you guys have an unforgettable 4 years. And I would like to end this with a quote from Albus Dumbledore. Happiness can be found, even in the darkest of times, if one only remembers to turn on the light. Thank you. Good night.
Hello, I'm Jacob Bulmer. I'd like to start out by thanking the D50 teachers, coaches, staff, my parents, and my friends. Each one of you had a part in helping me throughout my education. I'd like to specifically thank the following teachers. Thank you, Mrs. Vroman, for always being so kind and positive. Thank you, Mrs. Swearingen, for attending my sporting events when I was little. Thank you to the following teachers or coaches for understanding and appreciating my sense of humor. Mrs. Wiley, Mrs. Mottler, Mrs. Warner, Mrs. Lambert, Coach Rossman, and Coach Davidson. Thank you to my mom and dad for encouraging me to try harder, do my best, and to be kind. And here's some things I may or may not miss about D50. I will not miss hearing, "That's a point." I will miss being a member of the baseball or basketball team. I will miss joking around with Coach Rossman and Davidson. I will miss Mrs. Warner because she is so kind. In 5th grade, I didn't like the prizes she offered to the class. She asked, "What would you like?" I replied, "A jar of caramel, please." The next day, she handed me a jar of caramel. I will not miss my friends because I plan on continuing those friendships while making new ones at the high school. I will not miss the lunchtime chaos, and I will also not miss calling my mom to bring me something I forgot. I will miss seeing Camden shove pizza into his pocket. However, knowing Camden, I will probably see this again. I could list more, but I won't. I look forward to attending high school and making more memories. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Drew Wyckoff, for those of you who don't know me. First off, I want to thank all of the teachers I've had throughout the years. Mrs. Roman, Mrs. Mingus, Mrs. Hillman, Mrs. Miller, Mrs. Mottler, Miss Douglas, Mrs. James, Mrs. Wyke, and finally, Mrs. Lambert. A few things that you should know about me in my life is I do competitive dance team, and I even made the Pantherette team for the high school. I take my grades in school very seriously, and I really love tacos. I have been at District 50 since kindergarten, and I have a lot of interesting memories. Because it might be a surprise for those of you who do know who I am, but I wasn't the best child at Henty. Once I got into Beverly Manor, I got myself into shape and tried to be the best I could be. I got all A's and B's thanks to my 3 wonderful parents pushing me to work hard in school. It was always a little difficult to maintain my grades and be a straight A student because I was involved in a lot of activities. Outside of school, I did Girl Scouts for a few years and danced competitively, which I still do today. I was involved in band for a year, playing the drums. I did track, and I was on the cheerleading team all 3 years and was co-captain alongside of my best friend Macy this past year. I've had some big accomplishments at District 50. I won first place in the school talent show in 4th and 6th grade. Last year I was asked to participate in city math, which was a shock to me and my family because we always knew I was good at literature, but math was definitely my weakest subject. I guess I did okay in city math last year because they asked me to do it again. I have also learned a lot about myself these past few years. I learned that I'm a very talkative person, and that's never going to change, and also that I really love helping and spending time with my friends and family. I would like to thank all of my family here tonight and everyone who couldn't come. Most importantly, I would like to thank my parents for always being there for me. Just yesterday, we went to Six Flags, and my dad drove separately to pick me up and drive me back home so I could be at dance rehearsal, since our recital's tonight and I have to miss it. I love both of my dads, but my #1 fan will always be my mom. Most of you know her because she is always helping out with the school and coming to pretty much everything I'm involved in. She has always had my back and looked out for my future. So thank you, Mom and Dads, for always doing everything you could to help me. I'm going to miss all of you in high school, and I hope to see you around. Also, good luck to all the honor ushers this year. Make our school and all of us proud to be from D50. I'm sure this is not the last time you'll see me in this school because I will definitely come to watch the basketball games and see how the new cheer squad is doing. And I have a little brother gonna be in 4th grade next year. Congratulations, 8th graders. Let's make the next 4 years the best.
I was sitting there feeling sorry for Drew that she had to go last and worried that she'd be deathly nervous. I was wrong. Great job to all the honor students. You did a wonderful job with your speeches and did a great job representing your class. Once again, I'd like to just recognize all of our staff members. If you could join me in thanking them for the impact that they've had on these kids over the years. At this time, we also have some very special young gentlemen and ladies sitting in the audience. Would the honors ushers please rise and be recognized? Thank you. Next, I would like to invite Nadia Payne to the stage to present the 8th grade class gift. Nadia?
Good evening. As Student Council co-sponsor, I have the privilege to announce the 8th grade gift to you this evening. Our Student Council helps determine the gift each year. Deciding on a gift is always difficult. There are so many possibilities, and we always want to select a gift that represents the current 8th grade class. Just 2 months ago, Mrs. Mottler mentioned the need for a buddy bench. I will turn the microphone over to Natia Payne, our Student Council President, to explain what a buddy bench is.
The buddy bench is a simple idea to eliminate loneliness and foster friendship on the playground. An individual will sit on the bench when he or she is looking for someone to talk to or play with. Other students may approach the bench after offering their friendship and play with those sitting on the bench.
Thank you, Natia. Stacy London once said, "Don't let fear or insecurity stop you from trying new things. Believe in yourself, do what you love, and most importantly, be kind to others." It is imperative to teach our children at a young age the importance of inclusion, being a friend, being kind, and supportive to one another. We believe the Buddy Bench is a small step to helping the future 8th graders grow and learn the importance of those characteristics. As many of you know, Mr. Sluga lost his wife recently. Mandy was not only the mother to 3 children, but also a foster mother. She was a very strong advocate for autism and the transgender community, as well as an anti-bullying advocate. The Buddy Bench represents the importance of including all individuals, regardless of differences. It is my pleasure to announce that the Buddy Bench will be dedicated in memory of Mandy Sluga. Thank you.
Okay, every year Beverly Manor gives out several awards to recognize our students who have gone above and beyond during their time in our district. At this time, we'd like to invite a representative from the Washington Post 100 of the American Legion to present school awards to the outstanding students at Beverly Manor. Please join me in welcoming Mrs. Marie Marcotte.
Good evening. My name is Marie Marcotte, and I am the Post Adjutant for Post 100 Washington of the American Legion. Each year, our post presents school awards to the outstanding students of the grade schools in the Washington area. Tonight, it is my pleasure to present these awards to the students chosen by the faculty of the Beverly Manor Grade School. As I call your name, please come up to the podium. The Female Athletic Award is presented to Lily Brogan. The Male Athletic Award is presented to Brady Klein. Save that for him later. The Most Outstanding Student Award is Emma Garcia. The Male Athletic Award, can I see that again? Actually goes to Jackson Gendron. On behalf of the officers and members of the Washington Post 100, congratulations to all of the graduating class.
At this time, our 8th grade teachers would like to recognize 2 students of the year. Mrs. Varnold and Mrs. Geist have evaluated all student essays and will now announce the 2 students of the year.
Hello again. This is a surprise for our students, so it's kind of exciting. Each year, Mrs. Geist and I hold a Student of the Year essay contest in our English classes. To earn the prestigious title of Student of the Year, the individual must be unique, funny, generous, kind, honest, friendly, and much more. The 8th grade students nominate one of their peers for Student of the Year Based on these qualifications, we read each essay carefully, and the two most thoughtful and well-written nominations receive Student of the Year. Mrs. Geist will read the winners in no particular order.
Our two 2016 Students of the Year are Natia Payne and Cole Foster. Natia was nominated by Emily Shute, and Cole was nominated by Emma Garcia.
Out of all the 8th grade students, the one that I feel is the most magnificent student and excels at being funny, honest, helpful, friendly, and unique is a person who I've had the gift of being friends with. She is helpful, honest, generous, and fun to hang out with. This student was the first to come to mind as I was reading the characteristics of the Student of the Year. This 8th grader is the most hardworking person I've ever met. She is in many extracurricular activities and always participates in class. She makes sure that she's involved with the school, and she does all she can to help others. This student is reliable and is trusted by the teachers. She loves to read almost as much as me and always gets her work done. If there was ever homework this year that I didn't always understand, she would be there to help me. If there's ever homework that someone else didn't understand, she would help them too. She may be loud and very outspoken, but that's what makes her so amazing. This student may be hardworking, but she has many more great attributes that makes her the Student of the Year. This student is also a supportive friend and classmate. I try my best to always be happy, but she would understand and do anything she could to cheer me up on days when I'm not. She is underappreciated in our grade, and I don't think people understand just how much she helps us. Whenever there was an error and the teacher needed a student to run and no one else wanted to do it, she would volunteer to do it. In our class, she carries around the absent student sheet that tells students what they missed in school while they were gone. She would also help out the substitute teacher when he or she was confused, just so no one else would have to do it. Due to this, I believe that she is a great classmate for always worrying about others and putting their needs before her own. This student is always helpful and caring. She's very smart and gets mostly all A's, so she likes to help people when they're confused on their homework. When you help people with homework in our grade, they like to constantly bother you about helping them again. They will constantly ask for your help, and if you're one of the few like this girl that still helps them, then that shows that you truly care. This person is constantly either doing her work or helping someone else. It is rare that you don't see her doing something to help someone else or working on her own schoolwork. This person moved here in 6th grade and automatically started to help people with their homework, or at least try to. This amazing individual has only been here for 2.5 years and has already made such an impact. She is in many activities like chess club, math counts, choir, and she is president of the student council. I could go on and on about how sensational she is, but I think I made my point of why Natia Payne should be Student of the Year.
I believe that the Student of the Year should be Cole Foster. He is funny, honest, kind, friendly, and very unique. He has made a big impact in the school since he moved here. The first thing that comes to mind when I think of Cole is that he is very funny. He makes jokes all the time, and he can lift your spirit if you've had a bad day. Even though he is often found joking around, he can get very serious with you. He will talk about your problems and give you his advice. One time in Mrs. Lambert's class, we were having a very serious discussion that involved a lot of tears. Everyone was talking about their problems and just getting things off their chest. By the end of it, Cole was leading a prayer and asking for help in all of us to get past what we were going through. It takes a lot of respect to do this for the whole class. Anyone else probably wouldn't have leapt at the chance to speak like this in front of the class. That is because Cole cares about everyone. He has a very kind heart. Cole is a great person to go and talk to. He is very trustworthy, and you can talk to him about whatever you need to. He won't judge you by what you tell him. He will simply give you his advice. He is a great listener. I remember a time when I was having a bad day. Cole was in his usual good mood and made me feel better. He has this kind of power over everyone with his great, bright disposition. It's crazy how someone's attitude affects your whole day. This year, Cole did something that no one would have expected. He joined drama club for the first time. You wouldn't expect this because he is usually looked at as the athlete. He was not only a leader on the basketball court, but also the lead in this year's school play. It makes sense, though, with his outgoing personality. In this way, Cole is very unique. He does what he wants and doesn't care what anyone else thinks. I don't think Cole knows how much he means to everyone. When I look at the grade as a whole, Cole stands out to me the most by the way he acts. He chooses to have a positive attitude and makes every day a good one. I've even seen all the 4th and 5th grade looking up to him for this. Cole has a bright impact in this school. There's always positive energy around him. He's a great role model to have, and that's why I think he should be Student of the Year.
At this time, we would like to invite Ms. Brown to the stage to present the Director's Award for Band.
The Director's Award for Band was established here at Beverly Manor in 1991. And yes, I was only 1 year old then. Sorry, one of my other teachers asked me that question earlier. This award is given to an 8th grade band student who has participated in all aspects of our program, including IMEA All District, Solo and Ensemble, Jazz Band, Concert Band, Marching Band, and anything that we offer here at Beverly Manor. This student also shows exemplary talent, leadership, enthusiasm, and an overall passion for music. This award this year was nearly impossible for me to pick. This 8th grade class is fantastic, and I love each and every one of you, and I'm very proud of you, and I hope you continue on into your high school years. This person has contributed so much to our to our program. And this year, our recipient is a shining example of these qualities: talent, leadership, enthusiasm, and a passion for music. This person is always smiling. She's always smiling. No matter what her mood is, she's always smiling. And I love that about her. This year's recipient for the 2016 Director's Award for Band goes to Kylie Turner.
Thank you, Ms. Brown. We would now like to invite Mr. Funk to the podium to present the Director's Award for Chorus.
The Director's Award for Chorus honors the top leaders of the junior high choir. Each year, a graduating 8th grader is selected to receive this honor on the basis of dedication and musical achievement. It is my privilege to present this year's Director's Award to Kylie Morgan Yao. Since day one in the choir room, Kylie's enthusiasm for choir was evident. Besides her active participation in the D50 Junior High Choir, she actively sought out other opportunities to share the gift of music with those around her. A few of her accomplishments this year include serving as choir president, participating in after-school community festival chorus, and delivering a moving performance at our annual talent show. Besides her dedication to the art of singing, Kylie never hesitated to ask questions and seek help when needed. It is these things that cause her to stand out as the well-deserving recipient of this prestigious award, the District 50 Chorus Director's Award.
The next award we'll present is the Hope Award, and it is given in honor of Connie Willie, who was a devoted teacher's aide. It is given to the student demonstrating these characteristics: The students are unselfish, helping actions towards peers and teachers. They display a genuine kindness and concern for others, positive and encouraging and caring attitude. They're compassionate to the needs and feelings of others, and respects and appreciates individual differences. It is my privilege to present this year's Hope Award to Valerie Conard. The Gloria Warren Award is presented to a student in honor of Gloria Warren, a devoted Title I reading teacher who passed away several years ago. I am pleased to present this award to Rue Grant. Ushers, you're doing a good job. All right. Very important. The Justine Little Award is presented to the 8th grade's Outstanding Scholar Athlete. This year's winner is Kylie Turner. The Knolenberg Citizenship Award is for a student who made District 50 a better place because they attended here. This year, the Knolenberg Citizenship Award is presented to Cole Foster. The Janet Darrow Award is given as a runner-up to the Knolenberg Award. It too is for outstanding citizenship, and this year's award winner is Macy Garver. At this time, I would like to recognize members of our Board of Education seated to my left, your right on the stage. Our President, Mr. Dave Sherwood, Vice President David Price, George Garcia, Leticia Padilla, Samantha Robbins, James Washburn Sr., and Kara Wilson. I'd like to really thank you, board members, for your attendance tonight and for your continued support, and appreciate everything that you do. At this time, I would like to introduce our Board of Education President, Mr. David Sherwood, who will present diplomas to our students. All right, I know this is a futile request, but we always ask. Please hold your applause until the end. Wink, wink. Are you ready, gentlemen? I always feel like we should play music for this. Okay, let's go. First row, please stand. All right, second row, you're on deck. Get ready. Okay. Austin Art. Ben Kovich. Logan Christopher Ray. Hunter Haney. Louis Wayne Boyer. Trenton Kaczynski. Anthony Conrad. Cole Alexander Foster. Dante Gress. Caleb Cutton. Dakota James Knopfsinger. Wesley Wonder. Lance Arden Ruff. Jesse Weston. Chase Cottle. Connor Hosking. Sean Welch. Hunter Ray Benefield. Peyton Lane Short. Mason Lee Newman. Melody Elizabeth Renee Klein. Brooklyn Nicole Pruitt. Christina Ann Lees. Emily Shute. Elena Rogers. Macy Garver. Kylie Cheyenne Turner. Valerie Jean Connard. Drew Renee Wyckoff. Brianna Michelle Orton. Iana Minert. Haley Nicole Hyatt. Caitlin Ann Gillis. Brooke Victoria Collins. Paige Elizabeth Collins. Angelina Padilla Tompkins. Kylie Morgan Marie Yao. Lexi Ross. Kendra Rose Stoll. Mackenzie Webb. Right, first row may be seated. Second row. I know. Austin Lee McCann. Anthony Michael Cole. Dylan Ronald Barnes. Jacob Gillinger. Ronald Wright. Jordan Craig. Cole M. Graff. Tanner Dawson Holmes. Randy Solomon III. Chris Harris. Austin French. Cody Michael Harris. Camden James Ray. Ryan Pheasant. Nathan Daniel Fry. Brandon Michael Meinert. Cam Hoffman. Jevin Len Dukes. Quentin Douglas Sueves. Jackson Gendron. Kobe Petra. Dylan Robert Lindy. Dylan Jacob Wood. Jacob Volmer. Nicholas Bristol. Chase Mason. Darcy Gwyneth Rayner. Madison Ray Valentine. Emma Christine Garcia. Star Ray Jenkins. Sunny Shalali Carr. Jenna Shea Tinkham. Nataya Diet Payne. Larissa Lynn Jones. Bianca Marie Munger Beechler. JC Lee Waldemar. Brianna Erin Loesch. Lily Anne-Marie Brogan. Sarai Gentile. Madison Ann Hubie. Rue Josephine Grant. Okay, may be seated. All right, we would once again like to thank everyone for attending tonight's service. It is my pleasure to introduce the Washington District 50 Schools graduating class of 2016.